This dish contains many ingredients that are great for an anti-inflammatory diet. But for now, let's just focus on one of those foods. And that food is quinoa. Now, quinoa is an incredible grain, or is it more of a seed? And it is unusual for a plant to contain all of the essential amino acids. So in other words, quinoa is a complete protein. And what the essential amino acids are proteins, or the building blocks of protein that our body aren't able to make and must be obtained through diet. So quinoa is one of these complete proteins. And also, in addition to that, it's a superb source of fiber. And beyond that, it's a great source of various vitamins and minerals. On the vitamin front, it's a very good source of your B vitamins, particular B6. And it's a great source of magnesium. And just to top all that off, it also contains omega-3 fatty acids. So if you want to get a lovely, easy grain to use, all to cook our quinoa, all you need to do is just boil it in a little piece of water. I sometimes soak it if I have time, but you can cook it from just its dried state. Very easy to cook, and just add it into some rice, and you're going to have a very, very good protein source and a very complete protein source. So quinoa, it is really one to look very, very closely at within an anti-inflammatory diet. So to make this carrot and orange quinoa, first of all, about a teaspoonful of coconut oil into a pan. Next up, I'm going to add my diced onions, my roughly chopped or large diced carrots, and my celery, all in together. I'm just going to let those cook a few minutes. And just to get a little bit of steam in the pan, what I'm going to do is add about 3 tablespoons of just water. I'm going to give a light seasoning with both salt and pepper. I'm using a potassium salt instead of a sodium salt because that is my preference. And I'm just going to let those cook away there until they start to soften, probably about 5 to 10 minutes. So, having allowed this to cook for about 7 or 8 minutes, and it's just starting to soften down, as you can see, the vegetables. I'm now going to add in my garlic, my grated ginger. Give those a little mix around. Just allow those garlic and ginger just to infuse a little while. You want to keep them all nice and fresh. Now I'm going to add my quinoa, which I've pre-cooked, just till it's nice and tender. Very, very simple. Just cook it as per its packet instructions, or else in some lightly salted water until it's tender. And now the juice and zest of 2 nice juicy oranges. And now I'm just going to pop a cover on that and let it cook for about another 5 minutes. I've allowed that cook for another 4 or 5 minutes there. As you can see, it's all just lovely and infused together, and that lovely orange is just starting to come together and just finish this dish really nicely. And that's pretty much the guts of this dish. And now, just to finish, I'm just going to put a little drizzle of a good olive oil. You can adjust your seasoning to your taste, and that is it. Carrot and orange with a hint of ginger, carrot and orange quinoa. Enjoy. And then just to serve this dish, just simply spoon it out onto a nice appropriate bowl. And finish with a generous sprinkling of scallions or spring onions. Can add a little smidge more olive oil onto that, and maybe just a little bit of cracked pepper. And there we have it, carrot and orange quinoa, a surprisingly high protein little vegetarian option.